Morning guys, this morning we're going to do some planting of some tube stock, which is a bit different from last time. Last time we were doing 4-inch pots, but we're going to do some tube stock this morning, just a couple of them. So I thought I'd run you through some of the little tips and stuff I've picked up over the time in relation to those. Alright, so we've got our standard planting stuff here. We've got gloves, shovel, watering can, some stakes for the tree guards, some slow release native fertiliser, a little trowel, sea sole again, and our 2 tubes that we're planting this morning. We'll just have a closer look at those. Now the providence of these is that these are actually seeds reclaimed after the 2020 bushfires here in New South Wales. So these seeds were reclaimed after the bushfires went through and have been propagated from those seeds, and we've got them from the local council. So we've got a couple of these. That's a Banksia, and you can tell it's a Banksia by the type of leaf, the serrated edge of that leaf there. And the other one we've got is a Grevillea, and you can see that the leaf shape is quite different. If we go over here, there's already a Grevillea in the ground over here, and you can see, if I put them side by side, the leaf shape's quite similar. So there you go, that's a Grevillea. Alright, they're both flowering. This plant here, that's a Banksia there. Yep. So we'll have to find a spot to put these. So what I've done here is I've, with the shovel, just gone down on all 4 sides to the shovel depth and then broken up the ground in the middle. Then I'm using this trowel to make a hole for the tube. These have been kept moist, so you just squeeze the bottom of the tube, invert it and give it a good shake and they should come out. Nice. Okay, there's a bit of root system there. It's a bit rocky here, you would have heard that when I was digging. But that's alright. That means some decent drainage. These things do not like their feet wet. They like well-drained soil. So we just try and get them down, again, similar to the other ones, down to the level of the ground. And we just gently press that in. And there you go, planted. Alright. We'll get a tree guard sorted for that one. Okay, again out on an angle. Try and avoid some rocks. There we go, that's better. Okay, some slow release fertiliser. And that'll keep them going for a good 6 months with the rain that we get. Okay, time to plant the other next one. Rocky there. Ah, there we go. Get that rock out. There's another couple of rocks in there, I think, feel of it. Might have to get that one out, I think. All right. You can make a little. This is the Revelia. It's about right. Again, give a little squeeze on the bottom. Invert, give it a good shake. Beautiful. Whack that in. It's probably a little bit too low, but this is very well draining soil. The soil is quite sandy, so I'm not too concerned. If the soil was heavy clay, I'd probably want to have that a bit more proud. Alright, tree guard that bad boy. Okay, put that in there. We have to tree guard it because we've got quite a few rabbits around at the moment, and also possums. Possums won't disturb these too much, but the rabbits will. Okay. Some fertiliser. Right, the only thing left to do now is to give them a good drink, so I'll go and get that sorted. Yeah, so this is our little native area that we've been replanting. This is where I planted those tube stock and the other natives from the other day. It's brown because I've poisoned the weeds coming through. The idea is just to have a native bushland type feel, just to give us a bit more privacy and make it look nice. What's the difference between tubes and getting pots? Well, if you're not looking for immediate impact as far as looks go, I would go with the tubes. For one, they're cheaper, and generally the plants, if they're planted properly, generally they'll do a lot better than bigger pots. I mean, that's not to say that big pots won't do well, but if you're willing to be patient and willing to take your time, I think tube stock's probably better in the long run, especially if you're doing lots of planting. It's going to be cheaper for a start, and you'll still get the same result at the end of the day. Just remember to, you know, water them in the early days. So I've watered them today. I'll give them another water next week, in a week's time, with the sea soil again. And with the rain that we're getting at the moment, that's probably going to be enough. We had a storm last night. The ground's still quite wet. We had 9 mils come down. It's forecast over the next few days to have more storms come through. You can blame La Nina for that. And yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more little videos like this. And don't forget to like. Catch you later.